Welcome to Shart Select.
So guys, I was just about to come and record with you for the Shart Select podcast today when the strangest thing happened. I think I've been playing too much Tetris 99 again, guys, because he's here. He didn't even knock at the door, he just appeared. I just turned around and the music went like that, and I turned around and there he was. He was stood before me and he said, "You little man, I will show you now how to correctly position the blocks." And then he got the one which is like a straight line with a bit at the top like an L, and he got it, and he looked at me and, "What are you doing over there?" "No, nothing, sir. I was just..." "Get away from that screen. Oh, no, get away. No.
Right. Hello and welcome once more to Shart Select, the gaming podcast equivalent of sharting in a paddling pool. I'll be your guest host today, should I say, Ryan, as Craig, aka Winstolf, has got a date with the Tetris man. So I'm joined today by Stu, and it's a duo piece.
And I sound like I've been grapefruiting everyone.
It's a new way of saying hello.
Yeah.
Don't shake hands anymore. What are you doing with that grapefruit? Right, so today's main feature is the best split screen. Best
split screen or couch co-op games.
That's it, yeah. Right.
That we've played together, well, obviously because we've been gaming together most of our lives. Just what we've enjoyed playing together. So maybe as a recommendation episode, maybe of games that we've played together and games that we've made up within a game.
Yes,
because that's the sort of shit that we did.
Back in the day when the internet wasn't available on some of these games, and back when multiplayer was entirely based around people coming round to your house and spending it split screen.
Yeah, or system linking.
Yeah.
Which is what I miss the most.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of lost with Xbox Live. I mean, I've got nothing against Xbox Live, but the whole fun was picking up your Xbox, putting it in a backpack, obviously breaking your back, putting it in the backpack because it's that heavy, and then just take it. Well, you'd put it on the back on your scooter, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then go off around to like somebody else's house. Then you'd steal all the TVs in that person's house and try and lug them all into one room. Obviously, it used to be the massive beast TVs as well, not even like
the CRT.
Yeah, not
TVs
even like
with
the
back
flat screens nowadays.
Right, so let's start off with the list. And as you'll see from the pattern that a lot of it is from the older generation of consoles, because the new gens don't have split screen options. It's defaulted straight away to online.
Yeah, I think I've already just thought of one now. The only things that do split screens at the moment is Call of Duties.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think the last game that we played, well, it was last gen maybe, was Army of Two.
Yeah, or Borderlands is split screen, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Borderlands 2 was split screen, but that's still 5 years ago. When
I don't
that was
think we played it.
The last DVD. It was 8 years ago, wasn't it? 7 years ago, 2012 it came out. Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
so it's still a long time ago.
Yeah, when was Army of Two?
Well, 10, 11.
That was good. Yeah,
Army of Two. Is that even on the list?
No, I don't think we added that. I just thought of it then.
Well, we'll add that on now then. Right, so one of the first games we played a lot of back in the day on the PlayStation 1, Future Cop LAPD, which was where you played as it was like a mech, wasn't it, that could transform into a
car, and you transformed into a mech to use your guns.
Yeah. It was basically like fighting crime all the way through. The story mode was co-op. There was a versus mode. It was good. It was all round, wasn't it? Different weapon loadouts and stuff you could have.
You got like a machine gun. You can like cut down like mobs. Like, what were they just writing people? So I don't remember what the baddies were.
Yeah, it was riots and stuff, I think. It was an overarching story, I think. But there's different guns. You get like electricity guns that wipe out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Rocket launchers.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah. Machine guns, all that.
Yeah, but it also it was like an early old school MOBA, wasn't it? Because you had to destroy the other person's power core or whatever.
Yeah.
But you had to capture nodes as well on the way, which spawned little vehicles.
Yeah.
That drove into the other person's power core to destroy it.
Yeah, the idea was you had to get your tanks into their base.
Yeah.
But you could build turrets to defend it. Obviously, you could go and defend it as well. Or you could follow your tanks through to blow up their turrets to get your tanks in.
Yeah.
So you didn't spend much time fighting the other person's tank, as it were, the other player. You could do, or you could just try and get each other's tanks out of the way.
You could fortify little node bases as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But there was a secret mode which turned all the tanks into caterpillars.
Yeah. And the best music ever. Yeah, but the caterpillars, they didn't crawl like caterpillars, they flipped over on each end, like a slinky.
Yeah, like weird.
Yeah, and the planes you could get turned into butterflies.
Yeah, like weird, like red and blue dicks just flopping about, aren't they?
So yeah, Future Cop by LAPD. Classic.
Flight of the Bumblebee, I think that song was.
So the next song, as well on our list, was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, which was, again, another co-op. It was you had 4 superheroes in your squad, and away you went, so you could have up to 4 players, couldn't you?
Yeah, we did, we played it 4 player.
Yeah.
Craig, and he was shit.
Yeah.
Didn't know what he was doing, did he?
Kept going off screen, didn't he?
He kept being Gambit.
No, it was Iron Man, and he kept losing, couldn't see where Iron Man was.
Oh yeah, because he just fly off somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know where I am. I said, you're there in the corner. Well, yeah, so it was kind of top down, like Diablo style, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
All different combats and
One,
ultimates.
I remember 1 because it had Blade and Ghost Rider in, which weren't in 2 for some reason.
And it had Atlantis in 1, underwater.
and Nemo and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 was a lot better.
Yeah, 2 was more refined.
And it had the Thunderbolts in it, which was what we played. That's most when it's a Venom, Penance, Songbird, and Green Goblin.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where we'd unlocked Thor, Hulk, Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I think we just had Wolverine as a tank, didn't we? But
yeah.
We were playing it through on legendary difficulty, just breezing through it, so we just got bored, didn't we? Because we had,
is that...
Like, we had max level Thor who would just wipe out the screen.
Yeah, and
Hulk could just be stomping about.
Max level Hulk, I played as Phoenix.
Max level Phoenix was just horrendous.
Yeah, ridiculous. But since I bought it on PC not long ago, played through it again, there's Juggernaut on it now as well. It's just as ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why Juggernaut would be there, but he was.
It's a shame Marvel Heroes didn't get much more traction.
Yeah,
that was kind of similar, but...
Yeah, but Ultimate Alliance 3 is coming out on the Switch.
Yeah, but it's the Switch, isn't it?
The Switch, yeah, I haven't got a Switch.
I'm tempted to get a Switch. Only maybe for the Pokemon game. And Marvel Alliance, maybe.
Right, okay, so another classic split-screen game. Again, this is from PlayStation 1 era. KKND 2 Crossfire.
Yeah, we talked about this nearly every episode when we mention anything from PlayStation.
Yeah. And it was in the game music as well.
Yeah.
It was like this Command and Conquer sort of clone, wasn't it? But
yeah, it was like a simple RTS, but it worked perfectly on a console. I think it was made for a console, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there was three classes you could be, and each one, I don't know whether it was true or not, but I felt like each class was better against another class as it was.
So
like rock, paper, scissors.
The robots had the best infantry.
Yeah.
The humans had the best tanks.
Yeah.
And the
Evolved
had the best planes. Was it? What was the other thing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Or was it turrets?
Turrets, I think.
The dick things.
Yeah, the big spunky dick things. It was a worm in air quotes. It was a worm that the fired from its head at you.
Through its eye.
So I'll leave that to the listeners. The listeners' imagination on that one. So yeah, KKND, another good classic game, and also it had a very good intro.
A long intro, didn't it?
Yeah, if you check it out on YouTube, KKND Crossfire, intro. It was all about the war and the 2 nuclear wars.
And then, in 2179, 100 years since the first great nuclear war, they found each other.
And then it's just a big fight, and it sort of introduces all the different vehicles you can get.
That's
pretty good, actually.
You can get run over and goes, "Rah!"
Yeah,
Dead loud.
yeah. It's one's running. He's got like 3 arms, and a big juggernaut tank comes from nowhere, just over the top of all these trees. And he's like, "I've got him in my sights." He's like, "Don't fire. I've got a better idea." And you see him pull the throttle up like that, and then just run him over. There's all blood over the tracks and everything, and you can hear him go. "Rah!" So next is a game. Probably have to include, although we didn't own a Nintendo 64.
No, we didn't, but we got challenged to a showdown, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Got challenged, invited round for a showdown because they thought they could beat us in GoldenEye 2 versus 2. To this day, he still denies it, but we beat him, thrashed that team.
Yeah.
And it was my first time playing it as well, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, and you golden gunned him and he kept raging, didn't he?
It wasn't even just that. It was just whatever. He challenged me to a one-on-one and I just shot him.
Yeah, he had the golden gun and he was like, come on, me, just you.
Yeah, so just ran down this ramp and just shot him, and then that was it. And he saw his ass, and I don't think we ever saw him again.
But when you shot him,
Yeah. That's how it's done.
Right, that's it, just me, just you.
I think he even played his odd job as well, which is taboo.
The cheesiest move of all cheese moves.
Why was it? It's because he was smaller.
Yeah, because he had the smallest hitbox.
Ah, right, yeah, I'm sure.
You had to aim down to shoot him.
Yeah, everyone else was sort of level, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next on the list, Crash Team Racing. I've added that one.
Yeah, it's a good game. Especially the remake on the way.
Yeah, remake's on the way. So in fact, it's out in this month, June.
It is. Was it 29th?
Yeah, for PS4, and then I'll have to wait until November time, like they did with the other one, to bring Crash to Steam. But yeah, it should be pretty good. I used to enjoy playing Crash Team Racing quite a lot, especially mastering the jump into corners so you could get that power drift around. Otherwise, it's just too slow. So on to some other games now, and some of these do feature our custom games that we used to play.
Actually, I've just thought of another one looking at that. Racetracks for Far Cry.
Oh, yeah,
Far Cry,
yeah. Level editor and that.
Was it Predator? No, was it Far Cry Instincts?
Oh, yeah. And that was...
I heard the Instincts was better than the original, I think, the PC one.
Yeah, so that was basically a retelling of the original Far Cry.
Yeah.
But instead you got injected with an enhancer that turned you a bit feral.
Yeah, you could run fast, couldn't you?
You
jump high.
Run fast, jump high, then you got like claws where you could pounce on people and stab them rather than using your machete as you were. But I used to enjoy making levels on it. Obviously it started with flat ground, you could build mountains and everything. And we got carried away once. We built like an abandoned base specifically for Hunt the Predator. So someone would be like the enhanced fella.
Yeah.
And then the other guys were mercenaries, and it was like 3-on-1. And you had to just kill the guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good in the end, because you have to look out for the screen lookers.
Yeah. Tube being the worst screen looker.
Yeah. Screen looker is when, obviously, you glance over discreetly at somebody else's screen to see where they are and try and work it out.
Yeah.
So that's where System Link came in, make it much better, because you couldn't...
Yeah.
You couldn't screen look.
Yeah, you had to do more sliding, like, I'm just getting a drink.
Yeah. Just getting a drink, like, gawping in, having a look, see where they are. But also on Far Cry as well, I used to make racetracks.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time perfecting ways to angle the terrain to make perfect angles.
Yeah, making perfect ramps and perfect landing ramps.
Yeah. Base it all around the quad bikes, and then away you'd go. So you wouldn't end up killing each other, you'd just go on this racetrack for a couple of hours. But yeah, that's where we come to more games just like that, which would be Halo.
Which one was the one with the Forge editor, the better editor?
Reach, I think.
Was it Reach or... Was it? On 360?
Yeah. Yeah, because Halo 4 came out on the 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did it? I can't remember. No, Halo 4 come out on...
Must have been on 360. Well, Guardians was the one on Xbox.
Yeah, Guardians is one. Yeah, Halo 5. Yeah, I can't remember. It's been that long.
Was
we've spent a lot on
the Gauntlet one then.
A lot of the time we spent on Halo Reach.
With a grinder.
Yeah, it was.
Was that really a grinder? So you'd build a big, massive ramp at a really steep angle. And
Steep enough to
so
run
you
up,
could run up, and you put obstacles in it, and then at the top of it, you'd create a spawner. And was it an orb that killed stuff when you went through it?
Yeah,
so it'd spawn a vehicle, blow it up at the top, and then the wreckage would fall down. You had to try and dodge the wreckage.
Yeah, so how you did it, you placed a platform, and then you got a vehicle to spawn every few seconds, and then you delete the platform, so it'd spawn in midair, fall through a destroyer, as it were, and then the wreckage rolls down this big gauntlet hill. And the idea of the game was you had to try and get to the top. But other things would drop as well, so you get them exploding barrels. Yeah. They'd start off quite right at the top and start rolling down. And because of the physics of all the other wreckage and stuff, they'd bounce all over the place. There was jump pads that came down at you, or they were in certain areas and certain walls. So basically you were just running, try and get to the top, and it'd be absolute chaos by the end. That was one of my favourite things to do on Halo. And it was definitely Reach, I just thought, because 4 was the one when they brought in that third race of the Forerunners, or whatever they're called.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost interest in Halo after Reach, I think.
But yeah, the Gauntlet. So it's basically just spending time in there. But I'd also used to like making racetracks as well, again.
You could make decent racetracks. It had quite a big map, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a massive... It had Blood Gulch included as well. I think
that was
corner.
just the thing with Halo as well, was you could download the maps as well, couldn't you? So you could download other races that people had made.
Yeah, a lot of people used to make the races and make them... I used to make them doable, but with a really hard part later on. But some of the maps you could get were absolutely ridiculous. There's like 1 in 10 chance of getting through each different section. And I'd just get bored from that. I'd like it a little achievable in some way. But also we used to do... I spent a lot of time playing Halo. Obviously, the campaign was fully co-op, split screen.
Yeah, so we'd spend hours going through completing it on Legendary.
Yeah. And then another game.
Trying to find all them skulls as well.
Oh, yeah. And then you turn the modifiers up, don't you? And you can play it again.
Yeah.
They had what was that other mode where they had enemies coming in waves as well? Remember that?
Wasn't that Gates of War?
Oh, they come on Halo as well. I can't remember what it was called though.
I can't remember that.
Yeah. And another one we used to play as well on Halo. Again, this was another Reach one where they brought in the aircraft. We used to make one team, one person would be have like 500% health. It'd be 300% faster. Could jump 300% higher, and only have an energy sword. And then everybody else would just be normal. So the idea was. It was on through the entire. It was through the entire Forge map of Halo Reach, which is massive in itself, and you basically just had to run around and try and kill someone, and you'd get in a helicopter and just try and shoot them down like something from a film.
It was just the excuse to shoot the tube until he rage quit.
Yeah,
we just disguised it like very thinly as a game mode we thought up. Yeah, but you get to be like a beast. You get to run around like. Dead fast and stuff. I was like, oh, alright then, fellas.
Yeah, but then we didn't tell him that we had the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then the game would start and run towards us. We'd just fly off in a helicopter so high that he couldn't reach us and just keep shooting him. Another one for the custom split screen games we used to play as well was Time Splitters. Specifically, I think it was Future Perfect mainly. We spent the most time on. But another good thing about the Time Splitters series was you could include bots.
Yeah.
And adding bots to a multiplayer experience just makes it all the better, especially when you can choose their ability as well, and how good they are.
And when you learn how to use the switches and controls in it as well. So we spent hours and hours building a prison where we put a spawn in little tiny 1-block rooms, but made it into a big massive chamber. With all these different rooms and all linked to one switch. So one person, whoever got spawned on the outside of the prison, they got to be like the warden.
Yeah.
And you could release whoever you wanted from the prisons and stuff.
Yeah.
We play on virus, so there'd be one virus in there. So you have to try and check where the virus was, and then you can just release everyone at the same time and lock yourself in a panic room.
Yeah. It did cause some restarts every now and again because if all the players are locked in cages, the AI didn't know how to unlock the switches, so like just have to restart again. But yeah, so we used to do so you'd have a bunker, and then you'd have another fallback door, and then a final fallback door. Yeah. But like the last room only had like one gun turret and then cameras. So then like as everybody fell back because you're playing on virus. When you get touched by somebody, you become another virus per se. So by the end of the game, you'll have 13 or 14 AI viruses coming at you, and just 2 players left.
The way the AI worked as well. If you didn't keep them away from the doors, eventually one of them would get forced through it. Yeah,
they push through, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So even if it was locked, you could see fire of the person coming through, and then eventually one would sneak through. And if you weren't paying attention, you'd have one in there and then 2 in there. So we used to just obviously just all made up stories and stuff, but you'd shut the inner doors, but then open the outer doors, purge all the viruses again, and then close everything up again.
Yeah, but we
just
put
wait
timers on open and shut, wouldn't it? So it'd take 30 seconds to open it, 30 seconds to shut it.
Yeah.
So you had to try and time it right, because we built like an armory on the other side of the map.
Yeah, just to make it harder for ourselves, So it's about going to the armory, so you'd have to... I'm on my way back now, and if they're not already pressing the button, there's a chance you'll be shut outside for a good 10-15 seconds while there's 13-14 mobs coming at you, trying to get out of our way. And of course, if you didn't like the person, you could just let them die. Just not press the button.
Use the inflation gun.
Oh yeah, the injector gun and all. Well, that's it. You have gun turrets down. Build a bridge that was only accessible from the inside of the base, so you could stand on the outside and just snipe people for a bit.
Yeah.
Well, classic games like that I used to play. Just make your own game up within a game. So moving on to another one as well. Classic Need for Speed on the PS1. Hot Pursuit, the first one. Need for Speed 3.
Yeah.
Hot Pursuit. That's when they first introduced cops into the game. You couldn't play as them, but if you were on the run for long enough, more and more cops came out, and eventually RoboCop made an appearance, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if it was RoboCop. It sounded like
a robot cop came out.
Robert Cop.
Yeah. And then they'd try and take you down. And then we just to see who could outrun the cops the longest on that game. But another one we used to play was on Need for Speed 2. Again, it's just going around if you set it to unlimited laps, or put the cheat codes in where you could change your car.
Yeah.
We used to just drive around, and eventually we decided one game would be to try and tip over a school bus.
Yeah, and it took us whole map, and we timed it just perfectly, didn't we? But we did manage to do it at one point.
Yeah, you'd have to ram. Someone had to come in from the side at full speed and hit the back to twist it out, and then someone hit it from the front, and we did manage to tip it. And that was a good hour or so of trying as well.
It took us a while.
So another game as well, which I'm sure the majority of the listeners probably would agree on, as it is now the biggest selling game of all time. It's Minecraft.
10 years, isn't it, though?
It's been out for 10 years now as well, but it's sold more units than Tetris.
Has it?
Yeah. So it's the biggest selling game of all time. I know. So yeah, Minecraft. Now, I've got it on PC, and I used to play, and we recently were playing... cross-play. So it's not split screen per se, but it's sort of cross-play system linked. But there's the option to play it split screen.
We did play it because we used to play it over Xbox Live split screen.
Yeah. But we've come round here and we've played it together split screen before as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got it still installed at home, but I don't play it anymore just for the fact that I don't find it enjoyable when I'm on my own.
No. But then you should play it with Tube or Paul. I don't remember if the last world we had, Paul went overboard and built that big massive wall, like the Great Wall of Paul.
Oh, right.
I don't remember that. It was something about 10 blocks high, and it went round everything.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know why he built that.
Yeah, but like at least you can work together on what you're trying to build or design or survive in when you are doing it split screen.
Yeah.
I just think when you're doing games like Minecraft alone.
Yeah, so I think it's made to be either played in a group or Don't know if you're playing on your own, what do you do?
No, exactly. I did play it on my own for a bit, but after a while, I got a bit bored. So I just cheated my way and built everything I needed to. And then, because I'd done that, I thought, well, there's no point playing anymore. I've done everything I need to.
Yeah.
Minecraft is a good game, but I prefer myself to be playing it with someone, I think.
Yeah, building your redstone contraptions.
Yeah.
Contraption boy.
Yeah, I'm not very good, though.
Yeah. You come back and see when you've been on the server because of a new contraption knocking about somewhere.
Yeah, I still but that's what always, it wound me up a little bit playing Minecraft, where you build this big massive like redstone door or something and be like, oh yeah, all this opens, or I did a secret switch where you have to turn a redstone torch to a certain angle in a picture frame, and then that'd open a door nearby, like a secret piston door, and from there you could pick up Elytra, which were the wings you could fly with, because I had 2, so you had a spare one. Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh, that's all well and good, but it's only me that knows it's there anyway.
Yeah.
And then, or if someone just come in and start clodding around with the pickaxe, you could just knock the wall down and just go in anyway.
Yeah.
So you build like big security systems and piston doors. All you need is a pickaxe to get through it.
Yeah.
And that's what's a little bit annoying. Like, you can go through all that with building redstone stuff, but then there's no point. So most of my redstone stuff was convenience, like an automatic smelter, or things like that. Right, so we've got another couple of games as well. Gears of War franchise was another good split screen mode.
Good split screen co-op.
Yeah. Not much more to say on that.
Did you have a had the horde mode?
Yeah, as well. That was in the later games, but like the first one we played was just the campaign, which was fully
I think we played through 1 and 2, didn't we? Split screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, enjoyable game.
Yeah. That was that's the first game that introduced the active reload, wasn't it? And not many other games have actually taken that up. Where you time it right,
perfectly, you just do it like rapid.
Yeah, if you timed it right, you reloaded quicker and you had a bit of a damage boost. If you got it wrong, then your gun would jam.
Yeah.
So if you were panicking and then your gun jammed, there's nothing worse. I just had a bit more pressure to the game. And then another classic game on the PS2, which was a bit unfortunate.
Because it was released at a weird time, wasn't it?
It was released as the PS3 came out, or just before.
Yeah, so the same thing happened to Black. If you remember that? Xbox.
Yeah.
That released. It's either a week before or a week after the 360 launch, so nobody played it.
Yeah,
but it was a really, really, really good game.
Yeah. So Driven to Destruction was a like a follow-on to the classic Destruction Derby Raw.
Yeah, but had a decent. Derby, but you could spray paint your car, couldn't you?
Yeah, to whatever you wanted.
Spray paint it with like an airbrush gun.
Yeah,
so obviously every car that we had a dick on the front.
Yeah, big massive dick and cock and balls down the side.
So I think I left the game on while I went to do something and came back and there was a big dick spunking down the side of my car and it was YouTube had got on it.
Yeah. But yeah, it had proper damage and stuff. So it had a story mode where you started off with bangers.
Yeah, you had to buy them, didn't you? Repair a bit.
Yeah, but each car you repaired, it never went back to 100%, so it'd be like 90, or after a while they'd only maximum repair to 56%.
Yeah, and it had a really good. I've not seen this in any other game apart from this, where you had to do a race weekend. Yeah. We had to try and make your car survive for that weekend. So if your car was totaled on the second race, you couldn't do the third race because you didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So if you took like horrendous amount of damage in the first race, you won't be able to repair it to like 60% for the second race.
Yeah.
And then you might end up with like just 30% life for the third race of the weekend.
But they also had mini games in there as well. There was one where you had to go round the arena and you were getting chased by a school bus.
Yeah, school bus was going. There was a figure 8, wasn't it? But the school bus was going backwards round the figure 8.
Yes.
So all the cars were going clockwise and the bus was going anti-clockwise and had to kill everyone on the track.
Yeah. There was another one where it was like the bleep test in school.
Yeah,
you had to go. You had to go from one end of a like a rectangle area to the other end, and each time the timer to get there reduced. And if you didn't get into the red zone before the timer went off, your car blew up.
Yeah.
But it got to if you got there first, then you'd have like 20 or something cars smashing into you, and then you got to try and get through them again to get to the other side. There was loads of other games as well. There was loads of mini games on there.
Yeah.
There's one where you had caravans. And you had to drive around. You had to
trailer one.
Yeah, you had to knock the other guy's caravan off. I've never seen a game.
It was one of the best Destruction Derby based games. Then the only other fun Destruction Derby game was either Flat Out or Grid as a good Destruction Derby.
Yeah. So speaking of Flat Out, we'll go on to that one next. So Flat Out came on the PS2 and the Xbox. There's Flat Out 4 out now, but it's not the same.
The original was the best one. How many hours could you spend?
1 and 2, wasn't it? Yeah, but one was
specifically because it had all the cars on it were just bangers. So there was no special like supercars or anything like there is now. It was just old American bangers.
Yeah.
But hours did we spend just smashing the track up?
Yeah.
Because everything was destructible on the track, so you just try and wipe everything out, or just like try and raise. Because that was 4-person split screen, wasn't it? So that'd be pretty intense.
Yeah, and there was also the mini games where you had to launch your character as far as you could, or human darts, or the high jump and long jump and stuff like that. So yeah, Flat Out was a good one. Bowling
as well was good.
Yeah, bowling.
Because when you fire a guy out the windscreen, he's like ragdoll into some
giant 10
bowling pins.
Those are good. I'll take that on to another similar game that I used to play a lot of, Vigilante 8 and Twisted Metal.
Yeah, / Twisted Metal.
Yeah, same sort of it. So they're it's like arena shooters but with cars, wasn't it?
Yeah. Everyone should know what they are.
Yeah. So everyone should know what Twisted Metal was.
Yeah.
It was a classic split screen again. But Vigilante 8 was Twisted Metal in the 70s.
Yeah, different type of cars, and the levels were quite good, weren't they, as well?
Yeah, and they all had special abilities and things like that, and the idea was to be the last vehicle running and take everybody down. Another one on this list, Tony Hawk's
Toby Rourke
series, yeah. Pro Skaters. Good games used to play. You could play horse and stuff like that, or you could use custom letters and put bell end or something like that if you wanted.
Chode.
Yeah. But obviously I was undefeated on it.
You won a little award, didn't you, in high school?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I was on the first one, wasn't
champion, yeah.
Warehouse.
Yeah, we're on the warehouse level on the first one.
Got a ridiculous combo, didn't you?
Yeah, 6.5 million.
Wasn't that on Thingy though?
Oh, that was on Underground. Tony Hawk's Underground.
On New Jersey map, wasn't it? Because you used to go on the...
Yeah. 6.5. Yeah, that's why no one used to play with me anymore. I said, do you want a game of that? And then you'd do... Right.
Yeah, you'd have 3 minutes to get your score.
Yeah,
and then half an hour in, you're still going round on the thing.
Yeah, like 6.5 million, try and beat that. So that was right. So we're gonna go on to it. Again, it's not really a split screen game, but there's no other way to play it in my opinion. But like Guitar Hero or Rock Band,
yeah,
you need to have a full squad there to get it gone. You and the boys,
yeah, get the boys round, have some band practice.
Yes, band practice. And whoever arrives latest gets the microphone.
Yep, normally Craig.
Yeah, normally Craig.
What was the band called? Sasquatch Melee.
Yeah, Sasquatch Melee. First album, Mustache Glory Days.
Yeah, what was the second album? Oh no, the first album was Trucks and Skulls.
Trucks and Skulls.
Second album was Mustache Glory Days.
Featuring covers of bands and then missing notes, so every now and again it'd go...
Oh, Craig trying to sing Metallica songs.
Oh yeah.
Fire.
Oh yeah. Fire. Right, another one we used to play. I used to play a lot of because I really enjoyed the game and the premise was on PlayStation 2, War of the Monsters.
Yeah, it was a good game. Really.
Again, I don't think it was a bit of a forgotten gem. It
was a remake of a Master System, Mega Drive game, wasn't it?
Rampage.
No, War of the Monsters was on Mega Drive as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So War of the Monsters was basically,
it was like 50s, 60s film monsters, weren't it, fighting each other?
And they all set up from, you had a different map to do on, but each playable character had a different campaign.
Yeah. But the campaigns are really fun as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you say that about the campaign. You just you recycled each of the levels that you were on.
Yeah.
And you landed in an area, and basically you might have to kill another giant monster.
Yeah.
Or you might have to kill 2 other monsters while you're there.
Yeah.
That's basically what the campaign was. But I thought it worked really well because you could pick them up, you could launch them off buildings or into
that's
buildings.
What we used to do, wasn't it? Would you play it in the
New York, wasn't it? Central Park.
That one. But the one I'm thinking of was in the
San Francisco level as well, where it's all uphill and stuff.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There was one that was Vegas.
Big events, couldn't you? You could trigger an earthquake on the San Francisco
Yes, yeah, you could actually. Yeah, you had to do certain things, but you could trigger like an earthquake or
there was normally some
meteor.
level, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. If you were in the Japan level, you could cause a tsunami, and then so you cause it, and then you throw enemies onto the floor, and you climb the highest building and watch this wave just wipe out everybody.
Yeah. The one I'm thinking of was like a nuclear power plant.
Oh yeah,
where you go into the bottom, there's like a basin in it or something, so you'd like be like basically a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Throwing each other against the walls and stuff.
Yeah. There's some good level designs on there, really.
You had a really good robot as well. He was my favourite.
Yeah, there was an American robot that had a nuke for a special.
Yeah, he was
my favourite. Fired out of its head, and there was a Japanese Gundam robot as well.
There was a Godzilla rip-off.
Yeah, with a big monkey.
Yeah, King Kong rip-off.
Yeah. There was a dragon you could get that was unlockable, like a secret character.
Yeah,
I managed to get in the end. Yeah, and you could do what you had to do. You had to double tap forward so you'd charge, and then you press jump and hold it. He'd open his wings, and you could actually properly fly and flap your wings, and away you went. There was another character that could fly, but I can't remember. I mean, there was
like a bee thing or something. It was like a big giant mantis.
I think so. Yeah, it might have been. And there was like a big beetle you could be. There's loads of good characters.
It's a shame. I'm surprised I never got a remake.
No, yeah, that's a shame, really. Right, so cool. We're running towards the end of the list now. So the next one we've got is the good old classic, and well, I'll include it as well. But it wasn't technically split screen, but you did take turns in the hot seat, as it were.
Yeah.
So you've got Worms and Hogs of War.
Yeah, and Worms Armageddon.
Yeah. So the original Worms, I think we spent most of the time on.
Yeah.
With its dodgy graphics.
Well, we went to the extent where we had a memory card for the sole purpose that we could keep. It used to have a league system in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So every time you made a team, it'd save your team with all the names and stuff, and it'd count how many wins and losses you had.
Yeah, it did, yeah. With each individual worm as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, couldn't you transfer them as well? Or am I picking that up?
I think we might have made that up and added it in.
Oh, right,
we were transferring worms.
But yeah, everyone knows Worms. It's a classic game.
Yeah, I think we did have a transfer season of Worms.
Yeah. Try and swap everyone's over.
Yeah,
and
the best ones.
Hogs of War, which is very similar, but it was 3D. And again, only one hog or worm could move at a time.
Yeah.
Well, classic games.
What was it you used to do on Worms? So you used to find a level that had like you tunnel down in and would spend ages building like a base.
Yeah.
Before you were allowed to start shooting each other.
Yeah. I think it was like 10 turns each you could build a base. So by dropping, so you could
use
mine.
girders,
Yeah, you could mine and then drop grenades down there to make a base to put all your worms in,
and
then gird up the walls if you wanted. And then
reinforce all the walls with girders and then build a little base.
Yeah, build girders all the way around and say, right, okay, my base is ready. We'll start.
Yeah.
Rather than just trying to kill each other straight away.
That's what you used to do with factions as well.
Yeah, yeah. Right, okay, you can have 10 rocket shots each, and then we play from there.
Yeah. You got 10 rockets to do as much damage to our base, and then we'll start from there.
Yeah. And then just go ahead and play in deathmatch. Next one then, so Call of Duty franchise, both the Treyarch and Infinity Ward games of the earlier Modern Warfare series, and Black Ops, had fully co-op
co-op
campaign
yeah.
and separate missions, and obviously the multiplayer was split screen as well.
Yeah.
So you could play online but split screen at the same time.
Yeah, I mean even up until recently I was still playing co-op Black Ops 4 with Sarah.
And that's split screen.
Yeah. Yeah. But Yeah, I think Modern Warfare 2 is one we really got into. We were playing that split screen a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were particularly good at it, but the UMP with the silencer was the key weapon in that one.
Yeah, she didn't need to aim down the sights. Just ran with it.
Yeah, just hip fire it.
Yeah. Oh, it used to wind me up, especially the pre-patch. You'd get either people with the Akimbo M87s killing you and you couldn't even get a game in, or people that somehow managed to use the commando perk from the other side of the map. They'd just be coming at you with a knife like,
yeah,
like a ridiculously long distance. Right, last three now. The classic WWF games, not before they changed the name, but WWF SmackDown. Just Bring It and Know Your Role, and even right back to the Attitude era of on the PS1. Obviously, you had the custom wrestlers and that. You could do all of the games you could play multiplayer, so you could set up yourself with a Royal Rumble, get your characters to start in random times or whatever, or hardcore matches, out of the ring matches, whatever you wanted, and set you to so you could play as a tag team or against each other or whatever.
Yeah, so on Attitude mainly, we'd just play a game called Beat Up Mark Henry.
Yeah, see how bloody we could get him.
Yeah, so we'd just like beat the shit out of him with like sledgehammers, chairs, tables, anything. Just try and see how bloody we could make him.
Yeah.
Until his head was just a red block.
Yeah, so you literally just like pulling him up, he could barely stand, and you just like laying into him.
I don't know why it was Mark Henry. Why was it just Mark Henry?
I don't know why it was Mark Henry. Just was.
Could have been anyone, but it was just like Mark Henry.
I have no idea why. Apologies, Mark Henry, if you're listening.
It's the same with Def Jam Vendetta. Used to beat the shit out of
Flavor Flav. Yeah, because of his big clock.
And Jean Paul.
Yeah, it's both of them. Yeah, but Vendetta, that was a good game actually.
That was 2-player, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you could have like a 4-player rumble on it, couldn't you?
Yeah, that was good. But like I said, it was just a.
Well, you're down there.
Fine.
Why'd you shine my shoes?
Oh yeah.
Was it? That free train to hit you? That was me.
Yeah. Random bloody things that they'd come up with. That freight train that hit you? That was me.
That was the birth of Saint Roger.
It was, wasn't it? That was his origin story, because that again had a gruff British guy.
Yeah, with a shaved head.
Yeah.
And a tank top.
Yeah, that was. And then you made. That was it, the birth of Saints Row guy. So it should really be called Def Jam Vendetta guy.
Yeah, but he did show up in SmackDown as well.
Oh, it's a Snake.
Yeah, Snake, yeah. He was saying his wrestling name was Snake.
Yeah.
Because you had to choose a name that they said, didn't you?
Yeah, mine was always Mad Dog. And because of which, I thought, I'll just put him in a prison uniform. And away I go, that was it.
Yeah.
Some orange jumpsuit.
Jeans.
Matching denims on it.
Tank top. Yeah. We walked out in a denim vest, but he took it off when he was getting serious.
He had jeans and boots on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Snake.
And a bandana.
Right, so the last one I want to talk about is Micro Machines V3 on the old PlayStation. Again, I think PlayStation 1 was the pinnacle of split screen because there was no internet back then.
Or PS2.
Well, PS2, that was, yeah, possibly.
Because you could have more controls on. Oh, was it?
No, there was still the multi-tap, wasn't there? For
oh yeah.
Because I had the multi-tap for the PlayStation 1, so you can have like 5 controllers.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation 2 one looked like a tiny PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I didn't have one of them. So the Micro Machines V3, because obviously you could play the game and that you won Micro Machines throughout different playthroughs and games and everything. But when you went to the multiplayer, there was it had a creative menu, didn't it, where you drove your car down the road, which was the menu. You went further down, you could get to controller share, so you could effectively have 4 people playing off 2 controllers.
Yeah, because it just automatically drove you there, you just had to stay.
Yeah, so if you tilt the controller on an angle, if you imagine I'm holding a PS2 controller, triangle would be turned right and X would be turned left.
Yeah,
which is a bit crazy to get your head round, but that's how it worked. But it also did keeps.
Play for keeps.
Yeah, play for keeps. So you had what we used to do. It was 6 races, and you had to choose 6 cars so that you want to race for. but our rule, because we always liked adding additional rules, was the Super Snail, aka the
2CV.
Yeah, 2CV. So you had to have one of them, and then you race away. So there's always a chance that you'd win a 2CV or one of their better cars. That covers everything today. For our best experiences of the split screen games, ranging all the way back from PlayStation 1 up to well, it's
go back
mainly
to the
last
time
gen.
if you wanted to mention Outlaw.
It's not really split screen, is it? Really?
I don't know. It's still two controllers on.
Two controllers on one screen. Yeah, there was Outlaw. Which was basically two pixelated cowboys trying to shoot each other.
Pixelated, just like two chunks.
Two squares with a cowboy hat on it.
Yeah, then you shoot them and they have a seizure when they die, so they go on the floor and they go.
Yeah. Oh, there's that tank game as well on the Atari. It's like a maze crawler, wasn't it? But from the top down.
Yeah.
And the tanks were just like little L shapes.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, right, I've got another one as well for the best split screen mini games.
Anaconda.
Oh yes,
I was gonna say,
Anaconda. Just Time Splitters Future Perfect had a disc you could find, which you could put into your wristwear, what was called. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's on the second level.
Yeah,
on the Yakuza level or something.
Yeah, no, it's on the snow level, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you just run
Sorry.
round. It's like in this cartridge. You picked it up and you equipped it, which basically you plugged it in, and you could play essentially Snake, but it's called Anaconda.
Yeah, that was full
for
play.
up to 4 anacondas on one level, all chasing the one single piece of fruit which was available.
Yes,
and
you'd
that
try
was
fuck everyone
crazy.
Up, wouldn't you?
Because you'd spawn as a random anaconda each time.
Yeah,
So-
you didn't know which colour you were.
Yeah,
until you
so
started
you've got-
moving.
In the square level, you've got like 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So if you've been on the left for so many games, you instantly start turning right. But then if you start the next game and you're on the right hand side and you don't know, you could just go straight into the wall and you'd be out.
It had a good music as well.
It did have good music.
How'd it go?
Yeah. And then away it went. But let's see if we can find a clip and put it on air or something. But yeah, Anaconda. But that again just falls from Time Splitters being as good as a game as it was. And I'm gutted it's not been carried on or remastered
It was
or anything else.
It was in the works.
Yeah.
Crytek were making it, weren't they?
Yeah, but it's actually being taken over by independent modders. But there is Time Splitters Rewind, it's called. It's got an update for March 2019, so they're still working through bringing it all back to.
Was it a remaster?
No, it's an independent team that are bringing it all back to life, so recreating all the levels again and doing it again. And,
So it's got Robot Louis Stevenson in it.
oh yeah.
He's my favourite.
So that covers today's episode. All about our favourite experiences of the best split screen games that we've played.
Yep.
So have you got anything else you'd like to mention today, just for this episode?
No. We changed the Instagram name to the same as Twitter, so they're both Sharts Like Pod.
Find us on there. And also,
if there any feedback or any ideas on the show or anything, if you want to just call us chodes or
just interact with us.
or just to end the show, just anything, just so other people actually listen to us.
Yes, please.
Just at Sharts Like Pod on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah.
Email us at shartslikes@gmail.com. And just if anybody is listening, if they send us a DM or just at us on Twitter or Instagram asking for the Spellbreak Alpha key, we'll give it to you because we've still got that. And nobody entered the competition,
Oh, right.
so
if you want a free game,
yeah.
just message us.
Just
and
ask
you can
us.
have it. Yeah, just say on any media, send us a message and you can have a free game.
Yeah.
And it is good, actually. I've played it. It's good.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
No, I mean, like, what versions are there?
It's still the same version, really.
It's still alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, so that is all from us today. Fairly well.
Bye-bye.
Till next week. Well, hopefully you'll be listening again.
Yeah, I'm not scared off.